Hello and welcome back to the Daily Refresh. Today's Daily Refresh comes from Hebrews chapter 12, verse 14. Again, coming from the NASB 2020 version of the Bible, and it reads, "Pursue peace with all people and the holiness without which no one will see the Lord." Now, if we're being completely honest, all of the hard work that we're doing to exemplify God's character in our lives, to be able to be a living testimony, like being able to live a Christian life. We're doing this with knowing that, when we do go on, we will be with the Lord. And that comes with being aligned with what God has in store for us. So being able to pursue peace with all people is amazing, because you are getting to a place where you're being a peacemaker. Like the Sermon on the Mount said, being a peacemaker versus being the person breaking up the peace. We have enough of that in the world, and we need more of Christians who are willing to keep the peace, who are willing to be the ones who bring peace into the situation. We want to be the ones that bring that tranquility, that thoughtfulness into the situation. And it's with that holiness, and it's not in the essence of being holier than thou or, doing things to boast ourselves. That's not the point. Everything that we should be doing is to edify God and His kingdom. Every action, every reaction, all of those things should be done with the thought of, I want to show who God is through me. A lot of preachers, when they're getting up to preach, and they pray, Lord, hide me so that the people can see you. Take me out of the equation and let them see you. And so that's how we should also live our lives, with that living testimony. I used to tell some friends before, you don't have to go around with a billboard. You don't have to go around shouting scripture from the rooftop. Just the mere fact that you are living in a way that people see something different about you. They see some light shining from you, and they know that there's something different about this person. There's something peaceful about this person. There's something holy, which it just means to be set apart. We are set apart for God's purpose. And because of that, people should be able to tell the difference, not because you're shouting Bible scriptures or, talking down to people, but because they can see it through the way that you live, the way that you talk to people, the way that you give. All of those things should exemplify how you are trying to edify God, how you're trying to edify His kingdom, how you're trying to edify God's church. And that's how we can have our part on making peace and pursuing peace with all people. Not just the people that we're comfortable with, not just the people who we join hands with, the people that we like, the people who like us, the people we hang out with. It says with all people. So that might include people you might not think about making peace with. That might include people that you might not have gotten along with. That might include people who have gotten on your nerves and said one thing too many. It may include and will include all of those, because they are included in all people. So in that thought, that's what makes it even more powerful, because you are making peace with someone who you probably wouldn't have thought it was possible to make peace. because God is working with you and through you, you're able to pursue peace with all people. So just remember, make every effort to live in peace with everyone and to be holy. Without holiness, no one will see the Lord. Do what you can through the indwelling of God's Spirit, through your communion and alignment with God, to pursue peace with all people, and through that holiness that God has put in you to set you apart. Thank you so much for joining the Daily Refresh for today, and God bless you.